and a claw that can just split the map, it's gonna be hard to do.
Well, the work is going to have to just speak for itself, right? The results there for both of these teams, because really, this is a little bit of a different lineup that we've seen relatively up to this point. And that's what, that's what I love about this meta that we're in here. As we take a last look at the lineups, it's a whole speed ahead for MINANA as they want to be able to control the early game with some of the bursts they have here. And AP BREN, we'll see if they still have that solid game plan as we jump into game number 1.
Okay. Looking at the startups here, Kyle TZ and Boy and AR on our camera, looking at getting their purples and the orange for MINANA EVOS. So we're seeing the same startups, and also the rotation here from MINANA EVOS is just prioritizing on the river, which Ogwen and Brusco are.
There's normal rotations coming up from both sides. AP BREN did put their support on XP, so they're able to put 4 heroes immediately in the Little Wanderer bot. Boy and AR being on the box shot just provides MINANA EVOS much faster jungle clear speeds. But Kyle DZ is going to be able to equalize that with the Little Wanderer take.
Wow. Look at that.
MPL trivia.
The dependable veteran versus promising newbie. This is what we were talking about earlier, right? 54-1 is the ratio of Fuse games played compared to Lancey here.
So imagine,
wow.
Imagine Lancey playing 10 games while Fuse playing 540. Wow, the sheer difference.
Experience and all the things that he can actually do being in the mid lane. So look at the emblem build. Something different here, Midnight?
Again, you had to look at the emblem from Super Marco. The Thrift, the first tier talent on the Beatrix provides him 16 adaptive damage. But there's a reason why Doming AR can trade like this. This is because of the Brave Smite. Being is allowed to actually trade more than the Beatrix because he doesn't need movement speed. What he needs is the ability to poke Super Marco with just the Art of Thievery without getting hit. Because I think the difference between the Quantum Charge on the Beatrix and the Brave Smite on Doming AR, Doming does not need to show himself. He just needs to poke with the first skill. So the Thrift on the Beatrix doesn't even matter because you're not able to land hits on the Claude.
Yeah, good cover though for Ogwen using the motivation roar to heal back Super Marco. Looks like a fight is about to break here. Fuse looking for a way to hold this around. Kyle TZ swiftly gets the first objective of the game for AP BREN.
So just the way that they're setting up here, this is what they like to do, especially now that they have this Minotaur in the hands of Ogwen. And also, they're doing the same thing. What we just saw them do with the turtle, they're going to do here for the purple buff. As it's secured now by Kyle TZ, that is something that MINANA has to deal with, right? You're dealing with not only the Minotaur kind of front capabilities, the set potential, but also Flap TZ on this Kalita once again, who is now in the debut pick. We really haven't seen it been utilized yet, and how this kind of plays its part in this whole idea that AP BREN has. Now, biggest thing, once again, MINANA wants to be able to play around with the damage they have early on, pick off potential, isolation with Brusco. That will be crucial as they go into these parts of the early to the mid game here.
Okay, the crucial parts. How will they even have a way to amp things up? You've mentioned about Doming AR using this Claude, so it needs a little bit of more time. It needs a little bit of babysitting in the gold lane.
Yeah.
And one thing also that we're seeing how the rotation is focused on the top lane with Ogwen, just buying time for Super Marco. But meanwhile, hold this. It's just Flap TZ using Raging Sandstorm to put him into safety.
Wow.
Look at that regen! But not making the cut. Lord JM secures the kill. And then there's Boy and AR, but Few though, he's here dashing in. Now trying to look for a way to poke and pressure Boy and AR, and Lord JM. Few secures the turret, and he gets the ultimate out of Boyet.
Again, it's the XP lane matchup between the Thams and the Khalid, even though the Raging Sandstorm was there. To kind of get away from the Thams, they're just mobile enough under the Thams and the Baksha, especially with the Retro being used by Boy AR. So MINANA just puts one on the board. And, Boyet
AR. No, you're not escaping that. That was 3 from AP BREN, Isu.
There's the answer. Right, put one on the board. AP BREN gets one back.
Yeah.
Not only that, but now they're going to pressure the resources here as well, looking to get this.
Oh!
Okay.
Okay, they use the retreat because Kyle TZ knows that they have turtles.
Lancey got it, though, so that's actually good for him, right? I mean, on a gourd, he's going to really want to work with this purple buff. He should have it for, now when they decide to actually contest this second turtle, he'll have his ultimate available. Boyet going to go ahead and get that orange secured. Now this is where it comes down. Can they fight toe-to-toe? Look at the placement, though. Lancey makes his way down to the bottom lane, to the XP lane.
Yeah, they're trading their turtle. They know that they cannot contest AP BREN. I mean, they will try, but this is just to force out, reactions onto this part of the map. Because again, you look at the bottom lane. There's a lot of movements that could happen there, specifically with Lancey rotating towards bottom lane. Ooh,
projectile hitting Flapteezy though. He might be forced using the quick sand guard for regen. Lord JM, AR, and Lancey just eyeing on this bottom lane pressure onto this XP lane from AP BREN.
Interesting, right? I mean, I'm not sure if MINANA wants to continue to do that. If it is the best case scenario, maybe they give all 3 turtles up, right? Just to get to the point where now we're in fighting form to actually contest where it matters more. The matters most. The lore takes, right?
Yep.
Also, they do know, and you pointed this out earlier, Midnight, Doming needs the time to get to Doming Nation status on this Claude, right? But that's why, look at the attention here already from AP BREN. They know what they're trying to do. They're trying to go for the cross-map play here from both sides, going for a trade.
Wow, quick sand guard still using, but now they just stand up with a
tower's
Lord
taken.
JM, but that's 4, and that's the Mystic Gush ending Flapteezy's life down bottom lane. AP BREN, that is the 2nd death for the XP laner.
My goodness, MINANA EVOS again playing the perfect macro game, just giving out the top lane wave, because Doming AR is still going to be able to farm that wave, and he farmed mid wave as well. So effectively getting 2 lanes of farm while also getting tower on the bottom side of the map. And MINANA EVOS, they're leading, but they're leading gold. Like, yes, it's 200, but at this moment, like AP BREN, this should be their window. This should be where they are strong. But MINANA EVOS is leading by resources.
Resources, yeah, it's the name of their game. Getting back on their comfort, focus on top lane. Yeah, just piercing through that bullet, Boyd AR. Getting attention from AP BREN. Flapteezy finally gets his kill. Now up top lane now would get more reinforcement.
Bottom lane though.
Yeah, pressure down bottom. It's just the Thams. Oh, with a follow-up here, that's the Mystic Gush. Connect on to View. He's still dodging. He's still dodging it though.
Wow.
Oh, look at that. With a Minoan Fury setup from AP BREN. Now they're forced to fight back. Flapteezy takes down one on Lancey AR. Super Marketo takes down Bruce. Get the tower destroyed. And Kyle Teasy eyes on the objective. Turtle for AP BREN.
This is where they start ramping up. AP BREN, they take turtle, they take 2 kills, they take mid lane tower. Although, that is with the cost of losing bottom lane as well in front of the Thams. Now, Doming AR, he is behind by 800 gold against Super Marco. They are leading up by the gold in XP. But again, they're not, they shouldn't be complacent here, Naisu and OSX. Because the thing is, late game is still a problem. MINANA EVOS, at the pace that they're going right now, they might be looking at the late game with this Claude online.
Brusco with the ambush. That's the way of the dragon. That's a fall from Boyd AR. Now with the knockout from Ogwin, there's still chance to slow them down. Turtles Pisons to play Boyd AR though. Kyle Teasy looking for a way to hold them off. Lancey AR falls down. Kyle secures the kill, but Lord JM not letting go of Few. Oh, he's just one man against 2. Using the Vengeance to sustain. He's still alive. Lord JM will fall. Few secures the point. But at what cost?
That was amazing from the Valentina with the Torres Poisons.
That's the 2nd time now.
Yeah.
That Few has done that. That's what I'm saying. It's a great decision to take there. And it was a great effort from MINANA too. They found Super Marco. That's the target they want to go for. But then it just kind of fell apart from there, right? They weren't able to capitalize continuously on that. And Kyle Teasy even zoning out Lancey AR was a big part of it too. So another turret taken here for AP BREN. Still going to be working on it now. 3 turrets for each team down. This leads into that moment, that crucial moment that I talk about against teams that are going against AP BREN. They have to be able to handle this part. They're already lost some of the economy, advantage that they had earlier. They're at a small deficit. It's only 2.2K, right? It's not too bad. So if they can continue to keep it together from snowballing out of their hands, then MINANA will be in a good position because, once again, Domang has just been farming. That's great, right? He's been farming up. He should be at the point where when these Lords come up, if they actually decide, let's contest it, it looks like they want to, then hopefully they're able to turn the team fight in their favor. But still, like you mentioned, they have quite a few answers or boxes to check off here. Brusco, if he can find the right target, it'd be great, but AP BREN just going to go start things up right now and very ultra fast here.
Well, how could they go ultra fast? Brusco on the conceal, looking for a target. Oh, he found Few! That's the way of the dragon. Well, that's a follow-up again from Ogwin, but Brusco falls down. Super Marco secures it. Really Sandstorm. Connect. Wow, man. Now it's going crazy. Domin TR using his blazing duet to pierce through damage. It's not enough.
Marco.
Flap T's not letting go of Void AR though, so looking for a way to pressure them off. But with this, looking at the camera, Lord JMAR might fall, but Ogwin and the rest of the members of AP BREN are chasing 2 members down. Still Doming falls, and Flap T's secures the kill.
That was awkward for MINANA EVOS. Like, they were trying to look for a team fight. Unfortunately, look at the damage from Flapteezy. Unfortunately for Doming AR, he cannot commit because he didn't have Purify, because he is rocking a sprint.
There you go.
He is rocking a sprint here on the Claude, so he cannot fight into the Minotaur. When AP BREN engaged with the Minoan's Fury, Doming AR had the right idea. He went in onto Beatrix, but Super Marco was ready. He was like, no, not this time. I'll be able to dash out.
Got a little jungler recall showdown here in the mid lane.
Can we count that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's quite a view.
That is hard to count.
That's quite a view. But ultimately, Lord is handled pretty quickly, right? But what has happened is that gold lead has now snowballed a little bit further for AP BREN. And this is where, like I say, they really capitalize on. We're going to take a quick look at the replay here, how things kind of played apart. Brusco finds Few, but unfortunately a little bit too late.
Look at the position from Ogwin. He is blocking the Claude from participating in this fight. Now he joins in the front line. Look at Super Marco. Dashes away from the Blazing Duet.
Yeah.
Perfect positioning from AP BREN. Like, across the board, the players, they just know what to do in the team fight against MINANA.
You know that, looking at that replay, it reminds me of, like, perfect choreography.
Exactly.
Because, like, Owen jumping in where he needed to be, Flapteezy, perfect mark, finding even Lancey, you know, everything just fell into place. And, of course, what Super Marco did there, too, avoiding that Blazing Duet. It's just, that was perfect choreography.
Yeah, perfect choreography with the Despair Stomp and the Minoan Fury. Owen is always on guard. They know that there's always initiation that would come from MINANA EVO. So that's what he's trying to prevent most of the times.
The thing is, AP BREN, they're not like, they're not like guaranteed to win here, to be honest. Because even though you're leading by 7,000 gold, I would say the first 2 lords that really matter a lot for AP BREN. Because late game, yeah, sure, you could fight against MINANA EVOS, but the split factor is something that you couldn't really address. I mean, you cannot address against MINANA EVOS. It's just the nature of the lineup. So they need to be able to, like, make or break the game against MINANA EVOS on the second lord. It's going to be spawning in 30 seconds, but Doming AR definitely knows what's up here against AP BREN. So again, this is the window AP BREN needs to capitalize on, because if you go super late, split push is going to become a thing.
That's a great thing to add for the late game insurance of MINANA EVOS. Yep, Doming AR got his corrosion sight now. He's just building through more of his toolkit for damage, and just happy to see Few just getting all the ultimates out of Void AR. It could have been Lancey AR's ultimate, but no, I just want to have this way of having a safe back in my team and contributing to team fights.
Well, with this next Lord, as Midnight mentioned, these are going to be even more crucial, right? Because as the game gets dragged on here, AP BREN might have to deal with split pushing and everything else happening. Flap and Ogwin doing exactly what they've been doing for the majority of this game. And that is just, it's too difficult for MINANA to get where they need to in contesting some of these objectives. They have no entry point. They're zoned out completely. And so now it comes to this. And one thing that I will say as we take a closer look at Kyle Teasy charging up here is the lineup that MINANA has also, not only do they have, like, you know, split potential if they want to go that route, if they can pull that off, but they can actually defend quite well, right? This is one of the strengths of also having a Gord and a Blazing Duet working for you on a base defense. Now, once again, is AP BREN going to just let them turn open their base? Probably not, right? They have tons of tools.
They need to dive, man. Like,
they have tons of options.
They can defend. I know Nice was smiling when he said Gord can defend, but AP BREN, they have a lot of dives. Even the Valentina can dive.
Oh, yeah.
Flap can dive. And specifically, the Minotaur can dive.
Yeah, the Lord just dived.
Oh, my goodness. How fast that was.
Yeah.
I mean, I said that they could dive, but they didn't dive. Now
it's cleared up so fast.
They don't have the
kind of ultra fast.
Ultra fast, definitely.
Yeah, Infinix.
No Lord for AP BREN. Again, this is going to matter a lot coming into the late late stages of the game. Because MINANA EVOS, they now have items as well.
Oh.
On the clutch.
Initiation from Flaptease with the Raging Sandstorm, but
Oh
still secures
my
a kill.
goodness.
Doming AR falls down. No security, no damage. Super Marco takes down Boy AR as well. Completing the defense, Lance AR using
Wow.
this to gush. But the flicker, Winter Truncheon went on to 2. Now surviving, missing the sniper shot, but Bruce going falls down by Super Marco with a maniac. Lance AR falls out in a wipeout from MINANA EVOS. Just all in the 50 minutes of the game.
My God, Brusco was trying to help him out, and he still got him. Super Marco, more like Super Micro.
Oh my goodness, that was dirty from AB BREN. Flaptease going in, baiting out the BMI, and Ogwin closes the kill onto the Claude.
And this winning moment is brought to you by our official sponsor, FWD Life Insurance. AB BREN taking that game number 1 in very strong fashion.
Woo! Woo! I want to watch that again. Like, that was dirty, man.
Yo, Flaptease just went in. It's completely like, oh, okay.
I can't help myself. Every time I see Raging Sandstorm, I just think of